What up? So E3 ended a couple days ago. Since then, a lot of interesting stuff has been coming out. I'm here to talk about the console wars and what happened this year. So back in 2005 and 2006 with the original console wars, or what I consider the original console wars, because it was more of a war and not really just like general competition. Back then, it was more like Nintendo, Sony, and Microsoft were all competing to see the best gaming system, but the way it really went was like the Wii kind of proved itself to be just this thing for soccer moms and little children, and sometimes old people. It'd be their place to go for exercise and silly little games. And then they had some mature stuff come out, like the Wii had Resident Evil 4 on it, and it had some Call of Duty titles. It had Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. The Wii kind of proved itself to be more of a thing, less for general gaming as we used to know it with the PS2 and the Xbox. It was more just like something new with motion controls, and it seemed just kind of like this cool little thing, but it wasn't really in the same league as the Xbox 360 and the PS3. Back in those days, I had gotten a Wii, but that's mainly because I just wasn't interested in the PS3 and the Xbox 360, and they were much more expensive than a Wii. Like, the Wii was pretty cheap compared to those two. The real war back then was really between the Xbox 360 and the PS3. I'm not really a console gamer, but from what I saw, it was all about they had comparable graphics, they had similar titles coming out, they had a lot of shared games coming out, just different user interfaces and different online services. I never really owned either one of them, so I can't really say who won. Most people say the Xbox 360 won, but even if the Xbox 360 really did win, I always admired the PS3 a little bit more, even if I never really played it. This year it seems kind of like a similar thing, except Microsoft kind of stabbed themselves like in the chest. It wasn't just a shot to the foot, it was like they totally went out and just killed themselves. Some people might disagree with me on that, and I can understand why, but even so, they were just totally out of their league. What Sony did to push creating a new console was pretty huge. They went out of their way to ask the developers, people who are going to be making games for their system, about what they would want. They did it kind of in a discreet way, apparently. Sony did a pretty good job of creating a system based around gaming and the gamer itself. Now, the Wii and the Wii U are still just kind of like, if you want some serious games, don't really get us. But I can say that the Wii U, on a graphics standpoint, is a bit better than the Wii. It's actually a bit more comparable to the PS3 and the Xbox 360, and they have cool titles like Zombie U and the new Smash Brothers coming out. So it's not all bad for the Wii and the Wii U. They're just in a different audience in my opinion. Now, in terms of gaming, it seems like the Xbox has also changed its audience. It seems less gaming oriented and more for the entertainment side, which is also what a lot of people have been saying. At the same time though, the fact that Microsoft kind of lied to a lot of people, supposedly, there have been a lot of articles on stuff like they weren't really running on Xbox One dev kits, they were running on Nvidia hardware, not the AMD hardware. People were also just kind of teasing at the fact that their presentation at E3 was kind of buggy. Don't get me wrong, I know the PS4 wasn't perfect in its presentation either, but it was still pretty darn good. So I guess it's pretty obvious that if I were to buy a console, it'd be a PS4, but that doesn't necessarily mean I'd be getting one. I also just want to discuss some little things about the PS4 that I'm just kind of curious about. For example, the PS4 does have a lot of really awesome video capture features on it, and live streaming, and all that other good stuff, and the remote control thing. I think that's awesome. The one thing I'm scared of though is that when they demonstrated their recording with the share button, there was a little thing that said buy, and that kind of sketched me out, like as if you record something you can't really use it unless you buy it, and then I guess that would go to your console. I don't know if anybody clarified that yet. What I was hoping for is like for console gamers, if they didn't really have an HD PVR or a Hauppauge or Elgato, it would be really cool if they could just share and then get their thing for free, their little recording, and then just people would make more montages that way. People would be like, oh well, I'm discouraged from making a montage because I don't have this Elgato or a PVR or anything like that. So I'm hoping that whatever features are in the PS4 are just part of the PS Plus paying thing, which I don't think is a bad thing at all. I know if you're a PS3 player and you're used to not paying for online, it might kind of suck when you get the PS4 paying for your service, but it's probably a good thing because they're probably gonna, one, use that for better server management, and two, you get all those awesome features that totally stomp on Xbox Live. Now, of course, like I stated before, I'm not really a console gamer, so if there's anything here that I'm like totally inaccurate on, I'm sorry. And if there's anything that only a console gamer would have insight on, I'm also sorry. But this is just my view on it. I'm usually a PC gamer, hopefully gonna be upgrading soon, and maybe getting a PS4, because that thing is pretty cool, not gonna lie. So yeah, this has been kind of a ramble, but to sum it up, here's what my view on it is. Nintendo and the Wii's are just kind of chilling there like, bro, don't even worry about me. I'm not even in your league, dude. Just keep doing what y'all doing. You guys can go fight. I don't care. I'm more for soccer moms and little children who want to play Wii stuff and want to break their televisions. And then, if you want to play awesome games with cool titles and want to have remote play and a lot of cool sharing features and the ultimate gamer experience, yeah, get the PS4. Now, if you want to play Madden while watching a movie, while keeping up with stats, while getting off to Madonna music videos, go ahead, get the Xbox One. So this is my little ramble, but I hope you enjoyed it.